In this video, we're going to create a collage that has two lines of symmetry, and each box on this page is flipped over and creates a symmetrical design out of some shapes. So the first step in doing this is to fold your background paper in four. So you're going to fold it first the skinny way, then open it up, and then fold it the other direction. Try to be accurate with your fold. Now open up your page. You can hold it either way, but you have a folded crease on the page. And you're going to take two pieces of paper that would fit exactly in each corner of the page. You're going to stack that together, and you're going to be creating your own puzzle. But you need to make the puzzle easy to put back together, especially the first time that you're doing this. My pieces of paper are not exactly the same, so I'm going to fix that first. And then I'm going to draw three simple but interesting shapes off of each side of my design. So I think maybe here I'll put one in the corner. Don't make them too small because they'll be too hard to cut out. I will put one with wavy lines in this corner, and then I will put one maybe that goes way up, down, and over. This way I have an interesting design, and I only have four shapes that I have to deal with. I'm going to take it apart. This shape will become my background shape because it has three flat edges that I can line up with the edge of the design. Carefully cut them out. If you actually miss the pencil lines while cutting, do not trim them. Go back later when you're done and erase all the pencil lines. Some of them will be turned over to the back when you glue your pieces down, so you might not need to erase all of them. Don't lose any pieces. Make sure you stop and put line up your page again as you're cutting. If putting a paper clip along the edges would help you, you can just snap a paper clip in here to hold it still. Take my time. Make sure I hold it together carefully. If it's off by a teeny tiny bit, you're not going to really notice that. So now I have my four pieces, and this is the main piece. So I'm going to start by setting my other pieces aside, and I'm going to lay the main piece so that it exactly fits in the rectangle the way I intended. Then the top piece is going to flip over this way. Now you have a symmetrical design on this side, and now I want to have it the opposite way, so I'm going to flip it onto this side. Now, while I know I'm not going to glue this one down, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find out where these pieces match. So this one matches in this corner. Make sure, because this is very much the same. It could go either way, so I'm sure that it goes this way, or it goes this way. Just make sure. Okay, definitely that way. So I'm going to put some glue in the hole where that piece belongs, and I'm going to glue it down. I'm going to find my next piece. That matches right there. I'm going to put some glue in the hole of where the puzzle piece belongs. And I'm going to carefully place that into place. Then I'm going to find my last piece. And I'm going to glue that down, although I have two of them there. So let's put some glue in that piece. I'm going to glue that into place. You should be in opposite corners of your page, flipped over. If this piece falls out while you're working on the first side, don't just put it back in because you might put it in the wrong way. Make sure you start out on top of the old piece, then flip it once and flip it twice. If you don't do that, your design will not have the same symmetry that this one does. So I'm going to repeat my shapes, glue them all in place. Make sure I have them the right way. Press them down. So you will have a puzzle that is put back together again when you're done. Now, before you flip your last piece, because it's going to flip into the other side. Place the glue on the back of the piece, the one that we did not glue down and we used as our guide. Then I'm going to take that and flip it to the opposite side. Make sure that the edges line up. Then I'm going to glue the back of this piece that I did not glue down when I started, that I used for my guide, and then I'm going to flip that one over. Sometimes it's a little tricky getting them out. I'm going to flip that one carefully over to the opposite side so that my lines of symmetry line up correctly. Press everything down. If you have pencil lines that are showing, you get yourself a nice soft eraser and erase the pencil lines. If any of your pieces are hanging off the edge a little bit, if you can still move the glue, then move it. If not, we can trim the edges of your paper. And now your design is all done.